Godfather himself, Prime. How you doing, man?
Primo. Prime, you there?
You might. You're mute.
Yeah, I'm right here.
There he is.
I'm trying to get my.
What's up, Doc?
Trying to get my camera to turn on. Hold on.
Okay.
No, you're good.
There he is.
There?
Yeah. What's up, brother?
What's good?
Prime. I'm glad you showed up because he's here for the numbers, everybody. He gonna tell you what's really real.
The actual factuals.
So
now, Prime, before you say anything, before you say anything, first question I want to ask: good number or bad number? Good number or bad number? For Superman? What is your opinion, your take on whether, since the controversy is it's flopping, no, it's succeeding, no, it's flopping, no, it's succeeding? What do you think?
Well,
before you answer that, let me just bring in Douglas.
Okay? Oh, we got some more? Okay.
Yeah, hold that thought and answer that question in a second, okay? Douglas, how you doing?
Hey, Douglas.
What's up with it, man? How y'all doing?
Pretty good, man. Welcome.
Yeah, man. I know it's been a minute. I was on I think that was the last.
Oh yeah. Was it the one? Yeah, that's right.
Too bad. Guys, I had to hop on, man, because I definitely wanted to hop into this conversation.
Yeah. So, guys, please, if you're new here, we have one more person also who's never been in the panel also. So, guys, if you're new here, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and come and join the family here. Like again, we here.
Oh, hold up. We got a super chat, bro.
Go ahead, read it.
Mike Seabird, what's up, guys? The new Superman movie was super gay, and we want the Snyderverse back. Until then, screw WB while it's closed. Shout out to Mike.
All right, hold on. Let me.
Thank you for the super chat, brother.
Thanks, man. All right, I'll give him this one.
Spartans, what is your profession? See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
All right, shout out to you, brother. So I was saying, guys, if you guys are new, please don't be shy. I'm gonna put the link here again, just in case if it got buried in the chat. And
if you love this Superman, come on. We want to know why you love it. We really want to know your opinion as to why you love the film, what you loved about it, and all of that. Because our takes are obviously going to be different. So you know what this feels like to me? What? This kind of feels like and this is the only analogy that I can describe it as. This feels like nerds against the jocks.
Yes.
Yep. We're all nerds. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like all of the weaker crybaby nerdy motherfuckers that get shoved in the lockers like this Superman, while all the motherfuckers that play sports and football and shit like Cavill Superman. That's what this feels like, bro. Exactly. I want to know why y'all so soft, man. Why? Why did you like the whole Looney Tunes scenes with Krypto tossing Lex around? Why did you like, what was so cool about that? I gotta know why y'all like this movie, man. I want somebody to come on and say, please come on and tell me why. Because I'm a grown man. I'm 52 years old, bro. I don't have any inclination of remembering myself when I was 12. I need to know why y'all like this movie. I gotta know.
And
I gotta know.
Well, I like the film.
Prime, you like that. So please, what Charles asked you at the beginning with the numbers, and tell us why you like the film. Go ahead. And then
I like the film.
I don't think Prime liked it all, though. I know there's some things in there that he didn't like. Right, Prime?
No. I like the film for what it was, because when you approach a film, I compartmentalize the film because it's something that's completely different. So you have to take it for what it's worth. So how I broke it down is that Superman 2025 is a live action Saturday morning cartoon. Okay.
Oh, I get what you mean by compartment. I see what you're saying. Right. I got you.
So that was a Saturday morning live action cartoon. And if you want to compare it to Man of Steel is a grounded live action graphic novel.
Okay. I like that.
So you have to learn how to compartmentalize the difference. Regardless of what it is and what it is that you like, there's just different takes. There's nothing bad about the character. It's just a different take on what that individual is putting the character. That's why it's different takes. So, but when it comes down to the numbers, I would say is Warner Brothers don't care about the box office. That's not what they're worried about. And that's the misconception that a lot of people keep on bringing up is the numbers. They don't care about the numbers. What y'all failing to realize is that WB, they're only caring about the critical reviews and the response. You have to understand the general casual audience outnumbers the actual fans. They care about the general casual audience. And as long as the general casual audience are the ones that enjoy it, they like it, that's what matters. So as long as they're getting that actual response, that is good. That's what they want. And right now, the DCU is 2 for 2 right now. So they have to get on the actual audience's good side, because DC right now as a brand, not comics or anything of that magnitude, but as a brand.
The whole package. I get it.
Yeah. Right. So as
that's similar. Yeah, that's similar to what they did with Christopher Nolan, though. Here's how I see the timeline. They did good with
Batman and Robin with
right, exactly. It was like, and that was what I was saying. I was telling somebody this way back when. I said they didn't. People said that Batman Begins bombed at it didn't make a lot of money at the box office, which it didn't. But at the time, WB did not care, because then they had to win the trust back from the Schumacher debacle, the Superman Returns debacle. They lost audience trust then, and then they had to recoup and start all over again. So, do you feel like this is something similar to what they're doing right now?
Okay. Yes, that's what they're doing. And that's
why they don't care, guys.
Have to understand. So now, this is where y'all have to understand about the business. WB right now, they're doing absolutely well. This year, they're doing absolutely fantastic. All people is basically all they're thinking is just DC. You have to realize WB has other properties. DC is not their main property. So you have to understand that Warner Brothers are doing extremely well right now.
On that, I have to agree with you now, because again, I analyzed the stock very closely, and the stock has gone back because it went down now because of all the Trump dilemma with the tariffs and all that, and the day when everything went down, basically WBD went down to like 8 a share. So now it went up to 13, but the one thing though, Prime, is Superman only got it to $1. That's it. So
right, but you're focused just on Superman. There are other properties and other IPs that they have.
Correct. No. I'm not taking that away from WBD. I just want to be reasonable there.
Oh, okay. So with that,
I am boycotting or protesting. Fine, but the business side, different story. I can, just like you, I can isolate one thing from another, because numbers don't lie. And now the stock is going up now because of, like you said, other things. I can think of some announcement now with the communications that the stock just ripped immediately this week. So yes, now they are getting back on track. They're still not profitable though. They still have debt, but at least I will give Zazie credit. Okay, you're at least you're at least starting to steer the ship. That I'll give them that.
And I'm not going to take over, because I want Douglas to go ahead and get his piece in as well.
Yes,
I mean, let Douglas do his.
You know,
my bad, dude. I was like,
no, you good. I'm liking this take.
So, Douglas, look, what was your take? Did you see the film?
I did. I didn't go to the movies, and to be honest, like for me, like I respect everybody's view, and if they liked it, but I would, if I had went to the movie and personally spent my money, I would have got the hell up and walked out. Like that's for me personally, because like
so you took the 7 C's route, huh?
Yeah. I went through the back. I went through the back door, So, but I did it, and then I was like, and I tried to. I was like, you know what? Clear my mind, but I already felt it in my soul. I'm like, it's just not gonna be good. And from start to finish, man, just for me personally, it was just horrible. Like no clarity, no coherence, all over the place, super gimmick. It's just super James Gunn. And I don't personally got a problem with James Gunn, or like most people probably do now. I mean, there are some things with his past I don't really rock with, but when it comes down to if you rebooting the universe, I'm gonna give you a fair shot and at least try to like see it. I'm not going to the movies and see it, but I checked it out and I was just like, yo, like this what we doing? So like that's what I personally felt like, because it's just like everything they complained about, with Zach. It's like you take jabs at Zach about this and that. You doing the same shit, if not worse, in here. And then the thing that I commented on in the when the live first started, I was saying that like one thing that's kind of working against them now, like most of the shields are starting to slowly go quiet now, because three things are starting to happen. Most people now knowing like it's the best movie. It's just like the same thing with the Flash. A lot of people going to see it and they're underwhelmed. So now you got this sudden explosion of movie reviews just from like, because I pay attention to like most of the reviews that pop up on my YouTube. You got this explosion now, people just coming out like, yo, I felt misled. It really wasn't for kids, and that's the second thing I was kind of gonna segue into. A lot of that material, I wouldn't dare want my son or daughter to see, like the shit they was, some of the stuff they were saying. I'm like, and that's showing more playing into like Gunn character. Like now you reminded people of why you got fired from Marvel again. It's like you got to change your formula, bro, because that's following you now by the way you carrying out certain stuff.
And see, that's the problem that I have. What I don't understand is when a person says that they enjoy something, I can tell you why I enjoyed it based off of my preference. I can tell you deep down inside. In other words, do you like it because it reminds you of something?
Yeah.
Do you like it for nostalgia purposes? Do you like it because when I was a kid, I went to the park with my father and we went home and we did this and we did that, and he would turn on. Why do you like that type of storytelling? I need to know why, because I don't like cartoons. I've never been an animated person, right? I've been a pretty serious person all of my life. I've always been into mythology, storytelling, real storytelling, hero's journey story. I've always been into that. So how can you tell a person like me we can like both when we really can't like both? How can you like both when I can't like both, when I don't like both? You understand what I'm saying? It's a stupid thing to say. We can all like both of them. No, we can't, because we all don't have the same taste. So that does not make sense to even say.
And you got to get somebody that actually respect the characters. Like this, I mean, this man has, and that's where it's WBDC fault. It's like he always told you who he was. He's been told you I don't like superheroes, and you can see it. Like, bro, the way you portraying Superman, it's like you got a problem, bro. Like the way you made him so weak, so whiny. Like I was really pissed. I'm like, bro, the dog, Mr. Terrific, they got more shine. And I mean, yeah, Mr. Terrific, he was cool. I know he getting a lot of praise.
Right. What are you pulling from Superman? As a grown man, just help me out. What are you as an audience member pulling from Superman getting his ass kicked and whining like a bitch? Right?
The whole movie.
What do you connect? How do you connect with that? That's what I don't understand. So when they say they like the movie and give it a chance, brother, you have got to be more detailed with me than that. Because I don't get why it connects with you, why he's getting his ass kicked, why that's awesome. I don't get why. It makes no sense. It's just cheap, quick humor, and then it's done. I don't want to spend my money on something like that.
It was.
I don't understand.
And it's gonna backfire too, because even the thing now, you look at the end of last week, they ended at a 409 million. And I think you said now they just hit over 450 this whole week later. So Fantastic Four, I saw that. So that's when they go ahead and knock the rest of your legs out. To be honest, like I like the first Fantastic that came out in the early 2000s. That was more my take. This one did a great job. I didn't think I was gonna like this one, to be honest.
Brother, let me tell you something. The two most things that people are talking about in this film, other than Galactus, and we made this prediction. I said, watch, the number one reason people were going to go see this is because of Galactus, and we were right. I heard he was phenomenal.
Yeah, he was dope. He was dope.
Yeah, he was dope. So two things. Yeah, so two things. They were serious. There were real stakes. All of the stuff that you want in a hero's journey was in there, and they cut the humor down, and the humor flowed the way it was supposed to flow. Those two things right there are mostly what people are talking about.
And what I would say, Superman should have took notes from Fantastic Four, to be honest. They had a.
You are not the only one that said that. Oh my God, so many people are saying that, bro.
They should have swapped, I don't know, scripts, or somebody should have got in the room. They should have did what they did, because they like you kept hearing the complaint about the James Gunn don't let it breathe. They would let the moments breathe. And even Man of Steel, like, because something I got to say about that, like, you keep hearing people say, well, Zach, don't. I'm like, bro, for you to watch Man of Steel and say that writing wasn't good, I kind of got a question, like, what you think is good writing. Like,
thank you.
From the way that he segued perfectly from the childhood back to now, like, and it didn't feel rushed. Like, you, even though it was short scenes, you understood the fullness. Like, he let the range of emotion come out for each section of his life, whether he was Clark, all the way to Superman, and even all the way down to when we get Zod pop up, which when you look at Superman, you see like this rush cataclysm, and then you're like, well, what the fuck are we now? Like, excuse my language, like.
I'm going to cut you out, but we got to bring in 2 more people. So
okay.
We're going to do 5 more minutes. So Prime, 2 minutes for you, and then Douglas close with the other 2. Okay. And
all right, Prime, go.
Before that, there's a super chat that I want to answer to. Hold on.
Okay.
No, all I was going to say was that, again, like I said, WB don't care about the box office. They just don't. Now, Man of Steel, this is what people fail to realize is that this is the reason why the Superman film is not doing well in the Asian market. Mm-hmm. Right? The reason why it's not doing good in the Asian market is because of the actual, because of the trunks. That's the reason why it's filming in the Asian market. All right? Because I have friends and associates that live in Japan. And if you know, and the people that live in Asia, Vietnam, China, Japan, Korea, that philosophy, they don't get with that. They just don't care for it because they look at it as stupid. It's great over here. It's great over here in the States.
Right.
So y'all have to understand is that the only it's never going to top Man of Steel. All right, Superman 2025 is his own film in its own lane, and you have to.
And that's what I was going to say, Prime. It doesn't, and that's why people need to stop making the comparison. You cannot make the comparison of a Man of Steel film with this Superman film. It doesn't have to top it because it is not it. Man of Steel does not have to top it because it is not it. You are talking about 2 tonally different films, different in every way possible. So you cannot compare them. You can't.
Yeah,
you can't compare apples to apples. They're 2 different things.
They're 2 different, and one is a little bit more.
And this is the thing also that I want to highlight is that we've been very open about this because yes, we've been very critical of James Gunn and DC Studios and Warner Brothers Discovery with the Snyder Cut dilemma and all that. But again, we can be fair and give credit where it's due. Absolutely. All right, so let me just answer the super chat. Prime, is there anything else you want to say before?
Oh no. I mean everybody's thing, but for everybody, all I just say for people is that if you decide to go to the film and you watch it, judge it for yourself. Exactly. You have to learn how to just look at it for what it's worth.
But you have to be judging it based off of something you ought. That's what I'm trying to say. You cannot. Okay. What I mean, Prime, is this. Huh?
Well, you got. Like I said, some people don't have the ability to compartmentalize certain things. You're going to compare it to one thing. I know what I prefer and what I like, but I also look at the film for what it's worth. If I enjoy it, that don't mean I'm saying, well, I'm going to put it over the top of what I fully enjoy. You look at it for what it's worth. You're going to like it, or you're going to say it's mid, or you're going to enjoy it. I enjoyed it for what it's worth. I gave it a 7. I gave it a 7 out of 10, just for the simple fact of because of what was in the film. It had a lot of great stuff in the Superman mythos, but as a Superman film, it's not better than the Donner Cut. It's not better than Man of Steel. You know what I mean? It's not.
Okay. No, that's fair.
Yes,
that's fair.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It's his own film for what it's worth, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right. Well, brother, thank you so much for your take, Prime. I really appreciate it. LaDouglas, go ahead, man.
Yeah, no, yeah, not just for me. Like, what I'm gonna just say about it, you know, it's like I'm on the total opposite end of the spectrum. Just where it's like, 'cause I come from that class of like, you got to write a good story. You know, we look at the Dark Knight, Batman Begins, you know, Dark Knight Rises. Like, where's the story? Like, I need to understand what we're doing, where we're going,
I'm
and how we're
English
getting.
101, bro. That's
Yeah,
just me.
and how,
I'm sorry, but
yeah. Like, I gotta know where you're taking me. Like, for me personally, I gave it a 0 out of 10, and like I said, just because it's like we come in and it's like we're all over the place from beginning. And even if I like, even for me, like giving it a fresh plate and just looking and like, cause I'm a Virgo, so I'm gonna break down and analyze everything by default. Man, I just couldn't get into it. Like, and I tried. I was like, maybe, and it was like it kept falling flat. It
you
was
know
just
what
like,
you know what I did that for? Taking Prime's advice. You know what I did that for? I did it
yeah.
for the Flash.
Oh, okay,
All right.
I was
yeah,
so disappointed.
yeah.
I was so disappointed, bro.
But
I did it for the Flash. I said, okay. I said, you know what?
but
I'm gonna give it a shot.
But even the Flash though, in fairness to the Flash, that's the one thing I always remind people too. You got to remember, James Gunn came in around too, so there was a lot of reshoots,
Them
there was a lot
notes.
of stuff taken out. But and you can tell, like when I watched the Flash, I felt the same way when I watched Josh Whedon's Justice League. While I was watching it, I could tell stuff was missing. So while I'm watching the
Mhm.
Flash, I'm like, I can tell like a lot of shit's been changed, a lot of shit been taken out because we want to go ahead and try to destroy the DCEU anyway, so we can bring in the DCU. Like
Right.
it's tactical. They're not gonna make great DCU movies while they're trying to bring in a new one. Like they're just not gonna do that. So
What happened?
yeah,
Yeah.
but you know, and it's like so. But with this movie, man, I was disappointed. It just made me damn near want to give up on DC for right now. I'm like, if it ain't Cavill, me personally, I just don't want to see it, bro. That
I
just ain't it.
can't watch it.
This shit right here is
Well,
not it, bro. It's not it for me.
well, I'll say this: if you don't like Superman and you're not trying to get into the DCU, maybe try Creature Commandos, try Lanterns that's coming up. Supergirl
Okay,
is going to be a
Creature Commandos. I did like I liked the show up until the last two episodes. It was okay. Like for me, the first couple episodes I was digging. I was like, okay, but the way that it ended, I was like, okay. Like the last two
Yeah.
episodes kind of lost me, but the first part
Creature
he did his thing.
Commandos ties into Superman. Creature
All right.
Commandos ties into the Superman film too.
All right, guys. I gotta let you guys go now. I gotta bring last two
And the
guys.
Appreciate
Godfather.
y'all.
Thank you so much, Sir Douglas. Thank you guys for coming out, man.
Yes,
No
sir.
Peace.
problem.
He left already. Okay, cool. All right, Brian, take care, man. See you next time.